You're listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County and beyond. Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of you around the world listen to the sound of my voice. It is a beautiful but cold day here in Gwinnett County. Yes, it is. It is 38 degrees, only going up 5 degrees to 43. It's cold, y'all. It's so cold. So it's so funny because, you know, I told you I grew up in Jersey, right? Even though I was born in the great state of Georgia, I grew up in Jersey. So 38 right now in Jersey, was like, oh, that's nice. To me, it's cold. I remember when 38 was freezing in Jersey, and so my brother was here. My brother just moved here, and he said, man, I'm about to go to the gym. All I got on is a hoodie. And I was like, man, it's cold. He's like, oh, this is not cold. That's because he just left Jersey. So I didn't got acclimated to the hot. So 38 for me is cold, but for some people, it's still pretty nice. Anyway, no need to complain because it is wintertime. Had a wonderful day yesterday. I'm going to be posting pictures and videos. I had the opportunity to host a town hall yesterday for our new district attorney, Ms. Patsy Austin Gatson. Yesterday, she got sworn in, and she asked me to come over and moderate a town hall after the swearing in so she can stay connected to the community, which I thought was amazing. She's the first African-American and female to serve as a district attorney here in the county of Gwinnett. So that made me excited because one, she's knocking down some ceilings, and two, she's African American. So that was a double whammy for me, and I was excited to be a part of that. I'm going to post that video later of her swearing in on the Good Morning Gwinnett website. However, if you want to go ahead and watch it now, if you go to my Facebook page, you'll see it over there on the Good Morning Gwinnett. It's posted there already. I got a great guest with you this morning, but before I do that, I got to give you your horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thies. And you know what? Today is my Thursday, y'all. Today is my Thursday. But it's my Friday. It's Thursday for you. It's really Friday for me because today is my last day. Here's the thing, though. I can't stop working because remember, last week, all I did was work on the Butterfly Squad. Got everything going with the Butterfly Squad. Forgot I got to be a speaker tomorrow. So I have to speak tomorrow at a conference. Did not put my PowerPoint together. Got to do all that today. So I got a lot of stuff to do today. But that's okay because I got another phone conference after my interview today. So I got a lot. My schedule is full, but my goal is to have everything done so I can really enjoy next week when my family and friends are in town and just have a good time and not really worry about work, but just come and do the podcast with you guys. Now remember, I launched the Butterfly Squad. It is live. We officially kick off in January. So if you are a woman in business or a woman thinking about starting a business and you want to be a part of a community where there is accountability, support, uplifting, and learning how to leverage all this smart technology that's inside of my head, I invite you to become a member of our community. We're not just a sisterhood. We're a movement moving forward, building businesses and creating legacies. That's our mantra. So if you are that person who's building a business and creating a legacy, we invite you to join us. We do a lot of stuff in the community. We have a book club. I'm going to teach you how to launch your own TV network, your own podcast network, all of these things, how to make sure that your brand is out there on a large scale. So I invite you to become a member of the Butterfly Squad. You can do that by going to thebutterflysquad.biz. All right, let's go ahead and get on with our horoscope. Today is Thursday, December the 17th. We're going to kick it off like we always do, and that is with Aries. Do things for them, but don't allow them to make unreasonable requests. You may have difficulties with in-laws or family members. Don't get involved in other people's problems. Listen, Aries, let folks mind their own business today. You don't want no problems with your family or your in-laws. Let them do their own things. Sometimes you just have to step back and let people go through their crap. That's what you have to do sometimes. You want to get involved because you see a clear path for them. They may not see it, nor they may not want your advice. So today, Aries, just stay in your corner. Stay to yourself. That way you won't have any problems. Taurus, stretch the truth and you may get blamed for something you didn't do. Don't lie, Taurus. That's pretty much what it's saying because you stretching the truth, you lying. You may overspend if you travel today. However, the trip will be one to remember. Expect to experience a sudden reversal of fortune. I hope that's a good reversal for you, Taurus. I don't want you to get a certain reversal and it's taken away from you. So prayerfully, that's a good reversal of fortune. That's a good reversal. Gemini, listen to the advice given by others. Equilibrium in your romantic life is likely to treat your partner well. Don't count on others to cover up for your shortcomings. Listen, Don't count on other folks. Listen, you got shortcomings, just step up. It's like, you know what? I messed up. I failed. I messed up. I screwed up. I was making what was I making the other day? I was making something that needed ground beef. What was I making? Anyway, I told my husband, I was making beef stroganoff. Like in my house, they love beef stroganoff. They love the way I make it. And so I told him, I said, I think I made beef stroganoff today. So I went to the grocery store, which is rare. Y'all know I don't go to the grocery store very often. But I wanted to make some beef stroganoff, and I didn't feel like digging in the bottom of the freezer. I know that's lazy, right? But our freezer has so much stuff in it, and I fuss about this all the time because they go and buy stuff because it's on sale, and then it just sit there for like years. And so I was like, I'm not digging in the bottom of the freezer. I'm just going to go out and buy some fresh hamburger meat to make the beef stroganoff. Went to the store. So the way the grocery store is set up, you got pork all the way literally on one side, like all the way on the other end. You got chicken in the middle, and beef is on the other end. So it's a whole beef section, and they're not even close to each other, y'all. When I tell you they're not close, beef is on one end, chicken is a whole chicken section in the middle, and pork is on the other end. So I went on over to the beef side, picked up the pack, didn't think about it, picked it up, put it in the cart, got home, got ready to make the stroganoff. I had ground pork. I was like, how the heck did that? So whoever did the packaging, they put the ground pork over there with the ground. It looks just like ground beef. But anyway, I forgot while I was sharing that story. Cancer, having your own business is a good idea. Your fickle nature may cause jealousy. Invite friends for a visit. Y'all know how I feel about having your own business. That, to me, everybody's not meant to have their own business. Let me just say that. But if you are thinking about starting a business, become a member of the Butterfly Squad community, and I will help you. I've been doing this for 23 years. I know a little something about this thing here called business ownership. All right? Leo, talk to people who can give you important knowledge. Hard work will not go unnoticed. Take time to deal with legal documents and the affairs of people who may be indebted to you. Yeah. Handle your business. That's pretty much what it's saying. Handle your business, Leo. Talk to people who can give you important knowledge. Handle your business. Put your legal affairs in order. Handle your business. Virgo, get back into the swing of things. Generosity will put you in a poorhouse. Oh, don't we know it? You would not be pleased with family members who try to put demands on you when you just don't have the time. Just tell them no. The most powerful 2-letter word in our vocabulary is no. Just say it. No. Don't let them stress you out. If you don't got time to do it, just say no. That's it. And don't let generosity put you in the poorhouse. We want to give. Listen, don't do it. It's going to put you in the poorhouse, Virgo. And nobody needs to be in the poorhouse right now. Nobody wants to be in the poorhouse right now. All right? All right, I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after this song to give you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Michael Thyssen. And I got a great guest coming up with you. Y'all know I love 2 things I love about doing this show. 3, talking to you guys, playing great music, and interviewing amazing people. And I got one coming up for you after the horoscope. Stay tuned.
If I lie
Welcome back. It's your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney, giving you the daily horoscopes brought to you by Noda Astrologer Micah Thyssen. Listen, I got to give a quick shout out, y'all. To the medicine men over at Osmotica Pharmaceutical. Hey, guys. Happy Thursday, Franklin and Vinton. Listen, Vinton, happy holidays. Tell Barbara that Franklin and I are going to crash your trip to Savannah. Yeah, happy holiday, guys. That's my husband, y'all. They work in pharmaceutical. They over there making things happen in the medical field, making people well. They do the work. They work hard. You hear me? They work hard. I have to put an appointment on the book with my husband. Like, hey, we want to go somewhere. I got to put him on the book. He used to complain about me making an appointment with me because I used to be so busy, right? Now I have to make an appointment with him. However, tomorrow's date night. So I'm looking forward to that. You got to schedule some time. You got a spouse or a significant other and you run a business or you work a lot, you got to schedule that time. That's why we're going to crash him, Vinton and Barbara's trip, because they plan trips. They going to Savannah somewhere. I want to go. All right, listen, let's get back to these horoscopes. We're going to pick it up with Libra. Spend some quality time with your lover. I just talked about that, didn't I? Just said that. Spend some quality time with your lover. You will need a lot of research if you wish to get to the bottom of things. Offer good conversation and a nice, soothing lunch. Soothing lunch sounds really good right now, and good conversation because I'm hungry. Y'all know I didn't do breakfast. I don't do breakfast before the show because I want to get down here and get the show together first, and then remember, I'm going live next month. Live video, live streaming. Ooh, that's going to be some work. That means I got to make sure my hair is did every day, 4 days a week. Yes, because it's going to be live video. Scorpio, travel, although enticing, will cost more than you expect. Don't let your emotional upset interfere with your professional objectives. Don't let individuals with wild schemes talk you into a financial deal that is not likely to be successful. Listen, if the word scheme is in there, you know it's a problem right out the gate. So Scorpio, don't let anybody talk you into anything that's going to cause you to fail and lose your money. Watch your coins, Scorpio. Sagittarius, you will easily charm members of the opposite sex. Yeah, ooh, okay, go ahead, Sag. Don't torment yourself. Disharmony in the home will be extremely stressful. Curb any jealousy fits if your partner has been flirting with someone else. You got a lot going on there. So here's the thing, Sagittarius. One, you're going to charm some folks of the opposite sex. And if your partner has been flirting, flirt back. Don't listen to me. Don't flirt back. Y'all work it out. Don't listen to me. Flirt back. I'm kidding. Scorpio means Capricorn. You are likely to reveal information unintentionally. Don't be angry. Be on your guard. Your unique contribution to the organization will enhance your reputation. So what do you bring to the table? What's unique about you that you bring to the table? Whatever it is, it's going to enhance your reputation. If you don't have anything unique to bring to the table, find a unique skill to bring to the table. Make yourself marketable. Find one. It's so many things you can learn out there right now. Make yourself marketable. Be unique. All right, Aquarius. Set the ball in motion and be relentless until you complete the project. Your personal life will be experiencing difficulties, and you are best to avoid issues for the time being. Double check your work and be sure that your boss is in a good mood before you do your presentation. Yeah, you got a lot going on right there. Double check your work, though, because you don't want to piss your boss off. That's your boss. Now you could be like us. We don't have no boss. Me and my next guest coming up, we are the boss. We are the boss. And you will find out why when she gets up here in a few minutes. I'm about to bring her in a few minutes. All right, and my fellow fish, last but not least, Pisces. You are ready to blow up and your stress levels are gone into overdrive. No, fish, no. You will find good vibes and they will lift your spirits. Okay, all right. Travel will promote romantic connections. All right, that's for the single fish. So single fish, if you want some romantic connections, you got to travel. For us married fish, we're going to crash people vacations like Vinton and Barbara's. So that's going to be the romantic connection for us. All right, and listen, don't let stress go into overdrive today. Don't let blow-ups get you off your path. Clear your energy. Burn some sage. Do what you got to do to get back on track. Sometimes people will knock you off track with their bad energy. Don't let them do it. I'm just telling you. do some retail therapy. That helps. It's that season anyway. It's that time of the season where you shop, feel good. I'm almost finished. I got 2 things left to buy. I'm so excited because that's a good thing for me. Normally I'm shopping like the day before Christmas. I got 2 things. 2. That's it. So I'm excited. All right, that's all the horoscopes I got for today. I'll be back again on Monday at 10 a.m. to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thyssen. Now let's get on to my guest. So my guest today is Miss Kimpossible. Kimpossible Beasley. She is a business genius and she worked with introverted entrepreneurs, and she's going to tell you how to build a brand even if you're an introvert. That's what she does. And so I'm excited to have her on my guest. She's the founder of Agape3 Business Services. She has an MBA in eBusiness. She's the author of, listen to this, y'all. She's the author of 2 books under her name, and she's the author of 10 books under her pen name, which is Bray. What was the pen name? I forgot the pen name. First name is Bray, but I thought Bray King. So she has authored 12 books. I want to know now. She has a lot to talk about, but first I want to know, why 10 books on the Bray King? Are the books like Zane books that you like, I can't put my name on those? So without further ado, welcome to the show, Miss Kim Beasley.
Hi, I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
You're very, very welcome. So when I saw that, I said, I wrote a book. The very first book I co-authored was with 2 friends, and we did it under our pen name. And so it was 1998. I'm really dating myself. It was 1998, and we used to do a mastermind. And in that mastermind, every Sunday at 2:30, I'm never gonna forget it. It was 6 of us that would mastermind. We would leave church, come over to the office, bring some snacks, and mastermind. One particular Sunday, 3 of us stayed behind. We was like, okay, we gotta do something to make some money. We had a rent to pay at the office, but we gotta do something to make some money. So we decided to write a book, Kim. And so we sat back down and it was like, well, let's write a book about sex. Sex sells. We was like, sex? Like, we're going to write a book about sex? So we sat down, we came up with this idea. It was called a cookbook to romance. And we collaborated and did a bunch of little stories and poems, all these cute little things in the book about romance. And nothing in there was really racy that we couldn't put our names on it. But one of the girls was really, really deep into church. And she's like, I don't know if my pastor, I don't know how I'm going to stand up in church. It really wasn't racy at all. And so we decided to go with our pen names. So the pen names was Amanda Rochelle, Nikki Jordan, and Dominique Pierre. And at that time, I think my daughter was about 6. Her name is Dominique. And I was like, I'm going to use Dominique's first name, but I'm going to call myself Dominique Pierre. So that was my pen name on the cookbook to romance. I've never written again under a pen name. And so the 3 of us right now are actually doing a new version to the book as we speak right now. And but we're going to use our real names, Kim. So we come together. Matter of fact, we got a meeting on Saturday doing a new version of the book, but using our real name. So thank you so much for being my guest this morning. I'm so happy to have you. Now, I know that you work with a lot of entrepreneurs and a lot of big companies, but you decided to niche it down to work with more introverts. And before I get to that part, tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you get to this place where you are? I know you and I have had conversations, but I want you to share your amazing story with my listeners.
Well, the first thing that I like people to know is that, yes, I am an introvert, even though when new people meet me, they go, you introvert? Nah, I don't think so. I have introvert and extrovert tendencies, which means I'm more of an introvert, ambivert, which is a cross between the two. I'm an introvert about 80 to 90% of the time. And with that baseline, I wanted to let people know, just because I'm an introvert doesn't mean I can't be a successful entrepreneur. And I'm letting your listeners know that my goal is to inform people. Introverts rule. Introverts can be successful. Introverts can do just as much or more than extroverts. And I mean, there are a lot of successful introverts. One come to mind is Bill Gates. He's an introvert, and people go, Bill Gates, introvert? Yes, Bill Gates. The mastermind behind all the Microsoft products is an introvert. The mastermind, one of the masterminds behind Google, introvert. I, as an introvert entrepreneur, I feel that I am an introvert entrepreneur whisperer. I can help you push past your fears, get out of your comfort zone, and step into your greatness. And I do this based on the experience I've had in life. I started working in corporate America back in, okay, I said the year, I'm not going to say it again. 20-something years ago. And I realized right away, even though I prospered in corporate America, I realized right away I hated corporate America with a passion. And after I left corporate America and started working as a consultant, something came back to mind about a test that I took when I was in high school. You know, in high school, they give you this, the military people come in, they would test us to see who would fit into
like the Myers-Briggs?
Military, you know. Say that again.
Was it like the Myers-Briggs test? Was it one of those type?
No.
Okay.
It was a different test, and so I took the test, and the test told me I would never be able to truly fit into a 9-to-5 job. And I didn't remember that until later in life, and I'm working as a consultant. And when I say I'm working as a consultant, I was going through a company to work with corporations. And I still, even though I was not really working for a company, I was still working at a corporation, and I was working through a company. And that still didn't fit me because I still had that set 9 to 5. And as an introvert, it really made me feel like I was claustrophobic. And so I felt, because I always had to be on, as my extrovert tendencies had to always be on, and that was not very comfortable for me. So fast forward, and I decided in 2005, after I earned my MBA, that I would go full-time in running my own business. And that's when I became an entrepreneur, and I started working with other entrepreneurs. And even though I was working with other entrepreneurs, and come to find out they were introverts, my favorite clients ended up being introverts. And at the time, I didn't even realize that. And around 2012, I was found by this major corporation on LinkedIn, and I was like, man, I think this is spam, because I knew who the corporation was. When I was in corporate America, I had worked with them. And I'm like, why would they contact me, a little bit old entrepreneur? And I almost deleted the email.
Wow.
and because my introvert was going, they wouldn't want me.
Wow.
They couldn't find me. That introvert was saying, this is spam. But I had a little voice on my shoulder saying, Kim, you need to respond to this email. I responded, and when I did, I ended up being the person they chose to go with. I ended up earning, starting in 2012, 5-figure contract that's been annually renewed since 2012.
Wow. Oh, my God. Right out the gate. Right out the gate. Now, let's think about this.
Go ahead.
I don't mean to cut you off, but you got me so excited. So she said she was on LinkedIn, y'all. LinkedIn. And, you know, a lot of people sleep on LinkedIn, especially because they think it's a place for you to go and find an employer. Yeah. And you're telling me that this company was looking for someone who had offered services like you, and they decided to go with you. Now, what were you putting out that made them say, you know what, we need to reach out there? What kind of content were you putting out? Were you putting out that you did marketing? What were you putting out?
Everything. They were looking for WordPress trainer.
Okay.
And someone to manage their WordPress support desk. I was putting out, at the time when they found me, I was heavily into doing Google Plus Hangout. So I was in a lot of videos, and in those videos that I would share on social media, I had a lower third that said social media strategist, or I would have WordPress, and I would talk about WordPress in my post. I have my profile optimized for the WordPress trainer, WordPress anything, and social media anything. And she said, the project manager said, every time she did a search for the keywords she was looking for, I kept coming up.
Wow.
She Googled the keywords. Wow. I kept coming up.
Wow.
And the secret sauce is always be optimizing. If you're not optimizing your social media profiles, your online efforts with your keywords, then you're missing out on your target market. Because people are finding me, okay, case in point, people are finding me and I don't even know they have found me. I wake up this morning, I check my social media in the morning. I have a tweet from the U.S. Chamber of Commerce where they have included me in the top small business experts to follow on social media.
Oh, wait. I got to give you a round of applause. Hold on a second.
When I saw that, I was like, because I was still waking up. My brain didn't wake up that early in the morning when I saw this. And I was like, is this for real? No. And I'm thinking, no, let me just go look at the article. Maybe they talked about somebody else. Sure enough, I am the second person on a list of 7 people that they have mentioned in this article.
Wow.
And they have pulled in one of my training courses, and they pulled in my book, my podcast, an article from when I was interviewed by HuffPost Live years ago when I was talking about bullying in the workplace.
Wow.
And I'm going, woo! And they didn't even reach out to me.
They just did it.
To say, hey, can we put you in our article? They just did it. If you are not speaking to the people who are your target buyers, then you can't be found for the things you want to be found for. I have this year I realized that I needed to start helping my fellow introvert entrepreneurs to come out of their shell. And so I started recreating the training that I have in my training hub to fit introvert entrepreneurs so that I can reach my introvert entrepreneurs. Like I said, I'm an introvert entrepreneur whisperer, and help them to realize they can step past that, they can push past that fear, that they can get out of their comfort zone, and that they can step into their greatness.
Kim, you said something.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. You said something. I got to tell you, this is worth $1 million, y'all, because this is a question that I hear all the time from people who are trying to start a business, or they have a business and they're struggling. I don't know who my target audience is. I don't know how to find my target audience. Let me tell you what you just said. You said, always be optimizing. And when you said that, I'm telling you, it was like, that is the simplest way people I've heard to date. And I've been doing this for 23 years of finding your target audience. Because what you said was, if you put out the keywords and that's the things that you want to specialize, they will find you. But you got to put out enough content. Kim, I'm telling you, that's a game changer for anybody listening right now. If you are an entrepreneur and you have been struggling trying to figure out who the heck is your target audience, just start optimizing all of your social media, your website for the thing that you offer. If you offer social media, optimize for social media. They're gonna find you. But here's the thing, and you can attest to this, right, Kim? You got to be consistent with putting out the content.
Yes, you have to. Your voice shouldn't be gumbled up with a whole bunch of nonsense that doesn't have anything to do with the people you're trying to reach. What you need to do is identify who your target buyer is. And to me, I realized I needed that my target entrepreneur buyer, because I do have corporate clients also, but my target entrepreneur buyer are people who are just like me, introvert entrepreneurs. So what I had to come to the realization is, what am I doing to help my fellow introvert entrepreneurs? And I was like, nothing. Yeah, I got entrepreneur training out there, but it doesn't help. I mean, it's not targeted towards any specific entrepreneur. And that's when I decided, okay, the type of entrepreneur I want to reach is someone who may be like I was and who want to come out of that shell, who want to be seen online. And so my training, and one of my trainings, LinkedIn Marketing for Introverts, it helps people who are introvert entrepreneurs to get on LinkedIn, get started marketing themselves, optimizing their profile, optimizing their company page that they create, and just growing their visibility on LinkedIn. And then also, I have a course that ties in with my book, Creative Introverted Entrepreneur. It takes a deep dive into that course to help introvert entrepreneurs learn about my struggles, learn about how I grew my business online, and how I pushed past my fears and got out of my comfort zone and stepped into my greatness.
So let's talk about that for a second. You said you wrote this book and it was about your struggle. What were some of the struggles that you had? Because I know being an entrepreneur, there are a ton of struggles that we go through. What were some of the ones that you had, and how did you push past those?
Every time I have to do anything where I'm going to be seen or heard, I get butterflies. And people go, no, Kim, no, you don't. You can talk to anybody. Just because I can talk to anyone doesn't mean that I'm not nervous. And I had to push past that. And I use that analogy because regardless of any fear that I may face, I have to look at that fear and go, what's on the other side of that fear? Is it greater than what I'm facing? Is it a blessing is it a blessing instead of me being fearful? And so as an introvert entrepreneur, I had to get past that fear of being seen online. I had to get past that fear of people seeing me in videos, people seeing my picture. One thing that I have started sharing recently is my story about how I used to do videos all the time. I was in with newscasters doing live newscasts. I had a weekly newscast for 2.5 years talking about social media and technology. Mm-hmm. And around 2016, I moved into a new apartment. And when I moved in, I asked the apartment manager, hey, is there a mold issue here? She said, oh, no. So I moved in. In about September, October. By January, I was put on allergy pills. By March, I was doing steroid spray in my nose. By June, July, I was on oxygen. Wow. And this is not even a year later. Wow. It's within a year, all this happened. By August, I was having to get allergy shots. I'm still getting allergy shots. I'm still on oxygen, and all of that was because the HVAC in that apartment was heavily infested with mold. I am highly allergic to mold. And when I say highly allergic, I mean, it literally shuts my entire being down if I'm around it too much. So now here it is, 3 years later, and I stopped doing video. I didn't want to be seen with wearing oxygen. And recently, one of my coaches, who's an introvert, she said, Kim, you got to get back on video. You got to get back out there. You got to, if you want to really grow your business the right way. And here I am telling other people, you got to be seen, and I don't want to be seen. So I had to push past the fear of being seen wearing oxygen. And as soon as she told me that, I that very same day, I took a picture of me. It wasn't glamorous. It wasn't all high, staged or anything. It was a picture of me sitting in my office chair, and I took it and I put it out on all my social media profiles. I updated all of my headshots, my profile pics, and I put an explanation out explaining why I was on oxygen, because I didn't want people to think it was because of COVID. I wanted them to understand the reason why I was on oxygen, how it held me back, and how now I was pushing forward.
Wow. It's so crazy because mold is so dangerous. A lot of people don't know that. I think that's what happened to my mom. Like we were living in Jersey, and We had just bought our house, literally just bought the house. It was a beautiful house. And we had a major flood in our basement. Like we had a major storm and it flooded our basement. And so mold gathered behind the panel. And so they had to send out people to tear the whole basement down. I had just remodeled the basement and made it really nice, and it got wet. And I think there was still some, after they sent out the hazmat team to like clean it up, I think there was still some left. And then a couple of years later, my mom got COPD. And the only thing I could think of was that it had something to do with the mold. And so like you, she's on oxygen as well. And she, Kim, she's not into business, but she hates to go out the house really. She hates to go out the house because she has to take even though they have really tiny ones now, and they're a lot more better than when she had like the big metal tank that we used to have to roll around. She doesn't feel comfortable. And so she only goes out the house when she has to. If she doesn't have to go out the house, she never goes out. I can't even get her to go sit on the deck. It's like, I'm not going. So even though I don't wear oxygen, my mom does, and she lives with me. And so I understand a little bit about, the fear of being seen. I could tell you this too. So funny, because I said to my husband, I have a TV network. You would think that I'll be pushing out tons of video, which I do not, because I'm busy most of the time running a business. But this year, I vowed to do more videos and put them on the network. But one of the things that happened to me, Kim, I would do videos, but I've always felt like my face was too fat, right? And I was like, oh my God, I'm not doing another video. So I stopped doing videos, right? It was that my face was too fat. That was one thing. Then my teeth had a space in it. So my husband got me. So anytime I would complain, he removed all the excuses. I got weight loss surgery, so I lost a ton of weight. Then my teeth became a problem. And I felt like after all the things were fixed, I was like, hey, OJ, it's just really you. So you need to push past this fear, whatever it is, and move forward. And so I understand when you let things kind of hold you back from doing the things you want to do. Now, as an ambivert, you said, I realize I'm an ambivert. Like you said that, and I'm like, I never heard of that before. I'm an ambivert too. And people think that, when they hear me on all these platforms talking and doing all these conferences, they probably would never think that. But I'm truly a Pisces, and we live in our own little special world, which is mostly introverted. Now, I want to go back to something you said about LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is powerful, but I don't think a lot of people understand just how powerful LinkedIn is. Kim and I met on LinkedIn through Smart Women Partner and Grow Rich. And so you said optimize your LinkedIn profile. What does that mean? Like, can you give us a couple of steps that a person can do to optimize their LinkedIn profile so to help them be better found in the search engines and on LinkedIn?
Oh, yes. I love talking about LinkedIn. First thing, you have to include your profile headshot. Don't use your logo, and I'm talking about the personal profile. Don't use your logo. Don't use a cutesy picture. Use your profile. People want to see you. When it comes to your title, make sure that you are that you include who you are, what you do. Include your keywords or keyword in your title, and also make sure when you get into the about area that you include your keywords and you talk about who you are, what you've done, who you help. For me, I mention all of the different areas that I specialize in, and also include links to your websites, because some people may not know how to find your link, the link to your website on your profile, but if you have it in your about, they can easily find it there.
Nice.
Those are some quick, easy things that people can do to optimize their profile.
I was in Podfest back in March. I was one of the speakers at Podfest, and there was a gentleman there. He gave me a really cool tip, and he said, "Listen, you go and you comment on other people that you like. You comment on their stuff, and what happens? Your comment pops up in front of those people on their friends, their network." And I was like, "Really?" It's like, "Yeah," and I did it. So he did it to me. I followed him. I did a comment. He followed me back. And sure enough, there were people who knew him that started following me, became my connects. And I was like, that's a really cool tip. So I know LinkedIn is powerful. I've heard Gary Vee talk about how powerful LinkedIn is all the time, and that a lot of people kind of sleep on LinkedIn. But because of LinkedIn, Kim and I met, And I was on her show. She's on my show. That's cross promotion. That's one of the big things that smart women who partner, that they promote collaborations. So that's what we're doing right now, putting out information about each other's. But that's because we're amazing too, because there were other people that reached out that I did not interview. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that probably reached out to Kim that she's like, not a good fit for my show. So it's a great way to meet people, and it's a great way to form joint ventures and do collaborations. So Kim, I love your training site. I think it's amazing. So I know you do website. Did you do that site? Because I was like, that's a nice site. Did you do that site?
My training website, yes. I used MemberVault to create my training website. I did the design of it, the layout, everything for my training website, which is kbctraining.com. And then for my main website, kimbeasley.com, I used WordPress, and I did that also.
So y'all gotta go check out KBC Training, because I think that's such a great site. She has some really good trainings up there, and I was like, those are really good trainings. And here's the thing, Kim. I launched a membership site. What is this? I think I launched it at the beginning of last year for podcasters. But what I found was that I was talking more to people about business. So I had outside clients who did not have podcasts, and I was talking about business. I had inside clients who were podcasters, and I spent more time talking about the business other than, the podcast. And so I made and it's so funny. Every time I launch a website, it's like having a baby, and it's like, oh my God, do I want to give my baby away? When I have to rebrand, and I decided to rebrand that site and call it the Butterfly Squad. And this is my first community site that I think that I'm really pushing forward. And so, you have a community with MemberVault. How has that been for you? Because I'm launching the Butterfly Squad is launched. We officially go live, we officially launch in January, but it's open right now for people to subscribe. And I'm a little bit nervous, Kim, because I feel like, oh my God, am I going to have time to be a really good, engaged community leader? And I think I will, because I'm really loving the whole thing. How has that been for you?
One of the things I love doing for my my membership, or for my training hub, is connecting with organizations that I feel their members need my training. And when I do that, they offer my course as a member perk. Mm-hmm. And then I get subscribers from that, and I have automation set up that encourage them to complete the course throughout. So as they complete a module, it sends them congratulations and encourages them to go on to the next. And so I have automations in place. I also have a community in place where I or my community members post something, and it sends a digest to people. And so I include engagement through that, because I have in my community for like the LinkedIn marketing for introverts course. It has its own community, and I have the modules set up in there, and I post tidbits or tips in each module that gets emailed to those people who are in the course. It'll be part of their digest, and they'll see that, and it'll help them with that module. So it varies how you want to include engagement in your course. It varies how you want to set up your community. When it comes to online courses and membership, it's very important that you are identifying the pains that your target buyers are going through, and then create solutions that are online courses to help them solve their pain.
That is so true. Everybody all my clients came to me because either I can put them on TV, show them how to create their own TV, or show them how to launch it. They all came to me for that reason. And so I know their pain points, but what I realize is that they talk more about the business side. Because, I started out as a business consultant. I was a business consultant with Rutgers University Small Business Development Center, and also King University Small Business Development Center. And so I started out as a consultant after being an entrepreneur for so many years. And so it's like breathing to me to start to kind of like give solutions about the business, even though it's about podcasting and how do I get on TV and, you know, that kind of techie kind of stuff. It's like, Audrey, you know, my website ain't right, or I don't know. Like I have one client, she has a nonprofit and she's struggling. And I said to her, you have a nonprofit, a great nonprofit. You need to figure out how to get some grants into your nonprofit. Now, mind you, she is a podcasting client with a nonprofit, and her nonprofit is not bringing in any capital, any revenues right now. So instead of us talking about podcasting, we spent our whole hour talking about how to get this revenue to come through this door through this nonprofit. And she didn't, when I got finished, she was like, oh my God, I never even thought about some of these things. And so, you know, to me, that's my God-given talent right there. I feel like God gave me that gift to kind of see through stuff. I told people, like, I'm thinking my entrepreneur psychic, like, you know, and they'd be like, you so crazy. I was like, that's the Pisces in me, y'all. That's the Pisces in me. But I think that's so key. You said you have a community built around each one of your trainings. That's also pretty good too, because when you think about, if you're doing a training on Instagram and they're not interested, they're not forced to be in the Instagram group. They can be in the LinkedIn group. I think that's pretty cool how that's set up. Now, I know you do a training on Member Vault. What is Member Vault? Because I've heard it before, but I've never looked into it.
Member Vault is a website where you can create online courses, where you can even if you're technically savvy, you can embed different third-party tools like Zoom and do live courses also within Member Vault. It's an easy way to get started, and guess what? You can get started with Member Vault for free. And the first 50, I think it's the first 50, they may have changed it. I have to look it up. But you can get started with Member Vault for free, because Member Vault has this thriving community on Facebook, where you can get in, ask a lot of questions, and try to find out the best ways to grow your business. So you can get started. I think you can get up to 50 people. The first 50 people you get free. And then after that, you can get up to 1,000 people, $19 a month.
Wow.
Come on, that's less than $20 a month. And regardless of what plan you're on, free all the way up to pro, you have access to all the features. You can have unlimited products, and you have access to chat and email support. Only thing that changes between the plans are the number of people you can have in your Member Vault as far as subscribers are concerned. So the free level, you can be on free forever and not have to pay for Member Vault if you have up to 50 people.
That's nice.
So it's an easy tool to get in, learn, and use. They have a lot of training, help files, videos. They've documented the process of just customizing Member Vault to the way that you want it to be. So I would definitely say if you're looking to, in 2021, to set up an online course or set up a membership, Member Vault is the way to go. You can get started for free. And if you want to go onto a paid plan, you can. The thing is, I would suggest you start now, simply because the pricing for the paid plans go up in January. And right now they're still going to be at a reasonable cost, but as of January, they go up just a little bit.
Let me tell y'all something. There's some great membership sites out there, platforms out there. I'm in a membership on a platform called Circle. And I like Circle. So when I looked at launching my membership, I looked at quite a few. I didn't look at Member Vault because I didn't know about it. I looked at Wild Apricot. I looked at Circle. I looked at Mighty Networks. And there was another one that I looked at. But anyway, I went with Mighty Network. And I went with Mighty Network because I wanted all the bells and whistles. I was like, you know what? I just need one place, because I got 3 websites that I manage. I need one place where I can just talk to people, put my courses, everything in that one place, and I love Mighty Network for that. But if you don't need all that stuff, you just need something simple, you might want to decide on another one. What I will tell you is that you want to do your due diligence. You need to know what you want from the get-go. This way you don't have to relaunch on another platform because you're not getting what you need in this one. And it's so funny because I listen to Pat Flynn, Smart Passive Income, all the time, and he was the one that suggested Mighty Network. He was like, listen, you gotta go check out this Mighty Network thing. So I looked at it, and I didn't look at it again. And then I was like, I looked at it again when I really was like, okay, I want to launch my membership site. Let me go look at it again. And it had everything I wanted. Now, what was crazy, Kim, the woman who started that, her name is Gina, she started a network called Ning years ago. And I was on that network.
Oh, I remember Ning.
Right. So she's actually the founder of Mighty Networks. But I was on Ning. I launched my HerTube TV network on Ning. And it was like, but they never did what I needed. There was never a way for me to upload video directly. And that's what we kept asking for. And I think she eventually sold it. Now she has Mighty Network. And when she started Mighty Network, it was more community. Now I feel like it's leaning more towards courses, which is fine because I like the whole community aspect, and the courses are all in one place. It works perfectly for me. So Kim uses Member Vault. I use Mighty Network. Pat uses Circle. You have to, there's one called Tribe. I didn't look at Tribe, but I hear them talking all the time about Tribe. That's what, what's his name? I forgot his name.
There's another one. There is another one. And it's the one that I use.
Okay.
Now, Member Vault is more for online courses.
Mm-hmm.
You can do membership there. I use PureBoard.
I heard of that.
And right now,
recently.
you can get PureBoard on AppSumo for, I think it starts out at like $49, one-time payment, lifetime access.
What? I wish I had known because Mighty Network's expensive.
One-time payment, lifetime access.
Mighty Network is a little bit, I wish I had known. Let me tell you something. Mighty Network is like, when I got Mighty Network, it starts off at $27, but you don't get the course. You don't get all the premium features, right? So I need all of them. So I got in right when it was like $57 a month. And I was like, okay, let me tell you, Kim, that one network has been 3 different things since I got in, because I was like, I am not going to close this down, because if I close it down and open up again, it's $97. And I was like, I'm not doing that. So I have changed our pages and text. Crazy. PureBoard, $49. That's amazing.
I need to correct myself. It's $59 for one-time payment of $59 for lifetime access.
And what can they get this at? AppSumo?
Once. Huh?
What did you say? AppSumo?
AppSumo.
Wow.
Yeah. AppSumo.com, and then you do a search for PureBoard, PEER board, PureBoard. Nice.
That's cool. So
and that's a limited time too for that. I ended up buying the they have what they call codes. Mm-hmm. So you get one code, that's $59, 2 codes, $118. And I did the 2 codes because I wanted unlimited active members. The single code limits to 1,000 per board, mm-hmm. but the double allows you to get unlimited. Go ahead. You were going to say something.
I was going to ask you this because, a lot of time people go, well, why would I pay for a community when I could just go and join a group on Facebook? I've heard that. Because it's free.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I just have a reaction? Facebook groups are, if that's your thing, that's your thing. I'm not going to knock it, really. I just want to have ownership of how my data and information is handled, mm-hmm. and how the data information of my members are handled. I want to be in control. I don't want to leave it up to someone to be able to shut me down and not tell me why. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I want to have full control of everything regarding my community. And that's the reason why I did not do it on Facebook. Because I'm not on Facebook 24/7. I don't want to be on Facebook 24/7. And so I went with PureBoard. What about you? I'm sorry.
Yeah, for me, I like Mighty Networking for the same reason. Like, I need to have control of my network. I also need to make sure that my network feel like they are in a secure environment. You know, and I know you can make the Facebook private and all that, but there's a lot of things you cannot do in a Facebook group. You could stream live. There's a whole lot of other things you can't do. I like the fact that I can have my courses in one place. My members find out where each other live. Like if there's somebody that live down the street in Lawrenceville and they're in my membership, their name pop up as a person that lived down the street in Lawrenceville, and we can become friends right here in Lawrenceville. So I love all of those features, and that's some of the features that Facebook do not give you. I just read an article earlier this morning that said Facebook was closing down a portion of its Messenger and something for Instagram and Facebook in another country. I think they said New Zealand. So if you got a Messenger account in New Zealand, you got people now, it's gonna be shut down. You have no control over that. So you're absolutely right when you say that. So for me, I understand that having my own platform is like owning real estate. And when you're on Facebook and YouTube, it's like renting. I have a friend, her son had a huge following on YouTube. I'm talking about big. He got some kind of violation. He was going back and forth with YouTube trying to figure out what the violation was. Nobody could tell him. He had 18,000 followers and they shut him down. He has to start from scratch. That's painful. That is painful.
Yeah. And while we're on this topic of our subscribers or followers, if you are not using email marketing in your business, you are missing out.
Yeah.
Because, like you just said, any service that you use can shut you down.
Yeah.
But if you have an email marketing list, you can communicate directly with people in their email. Now, when I say communicate directly, I'm not saying send them a bunch of junk or send them a bunch of, I use this product, so you should buy it too, so you can earn affiliate marketing. What I'm saying is you can educate people, you can share your content, you can share what other people are saying in the industry, so that you can enhance the knowledge of the people who are following you. That's how I view email marketing. It's my opportunity to help someone learn something that can help them grow their business.
Mm-hmm. That's what you do. So listen, we're out of time, Kim. Tell people how they can reach out to you.
Kimbeasley.com is my main website, or KBC Training. That's K as in kite, B as in boy, C as in cat, training.com.
Thank you so much for being my guest today. Listen, this has been a great interview, and thank you so much for just sharing with people and giving people some of the tools they need to move their business to the next level. Listen, 2021 is literally about 2 weeks away, y'all. So I know Kim said a lot. Go to her site, kbctraining.com. Get all the trainings you need. Get your member vault set up. Get your peer board set up. Get everything set up. Get your LinkedIn profile optimized. We don't want to play no games this year. We don't want to play no games. This year right here, 2020 has taught us that we need to be nimble and we need to be able to pivot in any strange situation that comes about, because we know that this year has been a truly, truly strange year. And people who have online business like Kim and myself, we didn't suffer as bad as a lot of people. So go get those trainings. Go KBC Training. Get the training. Learn how to build your membership site. Learn how to get optimize your profile. Get that training. And listen, if you don't know, if you don't want to do the training, just reach out to Kim. She just gave you her information on how to reach out to her. Reach out to her. Let her help you. And if you're an introvert, she's going to show you how to be an introvert on video, because she does it every day. So thank you again, Kim. I wish you nothing but the best for the upcoming year and a happy, happy holiday.
Thank you. Same for yourself and your family.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. Listen, guys, I'm going to a song. I'm going to come back and give you my song for the day, for the week. My song for the day, your last song, and my word of inspiration for the day. So stay tuned.
Time goes by and yet I wonder, are you and me still the same? Do you still love the game? I know I don't. You can't still stolen now and under. I know the laughter and the pain. Will I ever love again? I don't know if I can take it anymore. So I stay here and hold my heart when you walk my head. Set your mind free. Set your mind free. No one knows what I've been through, but this is the end of me and you. Set your mind free. Made a promise to myself, this time I will keep it. Where there's a will, yeah, there's a way. With every smile, with every tear, I know I will make it. I'm gonna see you brighter day. Oh, oh, oh. A brighter day, a brighter day. A brighter day. Time goes by and yet I wonder, why do we put each other through hell? Why can't we just get over ourselves? I know we should. You cast your spell and now I'm under. I know the laughter and the pain. Will I ever love again? I don't know if I can take it anymore. Yeah, so I stay here and hold my heart when you walk out the door. Yeah, made a promise to myself and I repeat it in my head. Set your mind free. Set your mind free. No one knows what I've been through, but this is the end of me and you. Set your mind free. Oh, hey, yeah. Oh, right, yeah. Made a promise to myself, this time I will keep it. Where there's a will, yeah, there's a way. With every smile, with every tear, I know I will make it. I'm gonna see you brighter day, brighter
Welcome back. So listen, guys, that's all I got for today. I hope you enjoyed my interview with Miss Kim Beasley, KBC Training. Check her out.com, KimBeasley.com, check her out.com. Listen, that's all I got for you. But you know, I got to give you a word of inspiration before I go, and here goes. I always felt that my greatest asset was not my physical ability, it was my mental ability. Caitlyn Jenner said that, and she was absolutely right. It's not about the physical all the time. It's about what's up in your head. Because here's the thing. Your mind can change a lot of things that you do. It takes a powerful mindset even for you to have a great physical ability. Because here's the thing. If you don't train your mind and say, you know what, get up and go exercise. Your physical ability, forget about it. If you don't train your mind to win, you won't win. So your mental ability is the greatest asset you can really have. So think about that for a second. When they say think and grow rich, that's what they mean. When they say positive mental attitude, that's what they mean, because that's important. It's when you think about things and how you think about things that change the way you do your life and the way you do things in your business and with your family. It's all in your head. And I know that sounds like a cliche, but it's the truth. People can heal themselves from thinking themselves thin, thinking themselves healthy, thinking themselves rich. It all starts in your head. That's the best your greatest asset that you can have, the asset of your mental ability. All right, thank you so much for listening. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you spent the last hour and 4 minutes with me, and I appreciate you and love you to life for that. I do. If you missed any episode of the show, be sure to go to goodmorninggwinnett.com to listen to past episodes there. And do me a favor, go on over to Apple Podcasts and find your favorite 2 episodes and give it 5 stars. I appreciate you and love you for that as well. Also, if you never want to miss an episode, download the app from the App Store. If you got an Android phone or an iPhone, there's an app for that, for the Good Morning Gwinnett Show. So download our app there. Go listen to me on Alexa if you're home just chilling this weekend. So Alexa, open Good Morning Gwinnett, and she will open. So I'm everywhere, y'all. Y'all know I'm everywhere. I'll be back again on Monday because today is my Friday. I know. I know. But today is my Friday. I'll be back again on Monday at 10 a.m. God willing. Listen, stay safe out there, y'all. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Until next time, make it a great day. Bye, y'all.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.